Well, we've been joined at the broadcast area by the reigning X Division champion, Kenny King.
Reigning and defending. Please make notice of that. Reigning and defending.
My man.
The full-in contest is scheduled for one fall.
Check this out.
Introducing first from Los Angeles, California, Joey Ryan.
What an opportunity here for Joey Ryan. A replacement, a substitute for Zema Ion, sidelined with appendicitis.
Trying to bring Sleazy back to the X Division.
Doing a good job of it.
And his opponent from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, Petey Williams.
All right, champ, a lot of great competitors coming back to the X Division, gunning for your gold. One of those men, Petey Williams, devastating with that Canadian destroyer.
See, I can't understand why these people will be cheering for Petey Williams and screaming for Petey Williams. You saw what Petey Williams did to me a couple weeks ago. He tried to use that illegal move, the Canadian destroyer. He tried to take me out, man.
Illegal?
Yeah. Mike, today, when can you pick somebody up and drop them on their neck in pro wrestling? I'm not to talk to the rule committee about this, man. I'm sick of seeing Petey Williams get props for trying to hurt people. Taz, you saw what happened.
I saw what happened. I agree with you. I got to tell you, Kenny, how about this? He's back, man. Suicide's back. You know, this guy's a threat. You got to watch this guy, bro.
Oh, and look at the speed of Suicide.
Hold on. Why don't you let Kenny answer? What are you doing?
Well, that's why I came out here. I came out here because all these dudes are very, very dangerous. Even crazy Petey Williams with his one move. I mean, Joey Ryan, he's a very slick competitor. Petey Williams is dangerous. He's been X Division champion before, and you can't count out this dude Suicide. I mean, who knows what he's going to do?
True.
Suicide brought back to the fans' vote in that on-the-clock voting, and another man gunning for your championship. One of these three men will join you and Chris Sabin at Slammiversary in that huge Ultimate X match.
Well, it'll be Christmas for one of these dudes. They get to finally step in the ring with Kenny King, and then they get to get beat down and see as, whoa, what a drop kick by Petey Williams. See, that's wrestling, Petey Williams. Not trying to hurt people and drop them on their neck.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's no place in the business for dropping people on their necks and head. I totally agree with you on that.
Stay away from me, Suicide.
Are you kidding me? Of all people coming from you?
What? Me?
You are perfect. You are a technician, Taz. I used to watch. Oh.
Oh, how about that throw there, Taz?
That was pretty good right there by Joey Ryan. Nice. But, you know, he's definitely big into the pump handle. He had a little pump handle going there. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing with this guy.
Oh, my goodness. See, that, you can't prepare for that. I mean, look at the chest hair on this dude.
Nah, that's peanut oil. I heard he uses peanut oil.
Suicide off the top. Beautiful head scissors takedown. Great action here in the X Division. Fans, we remind you to stay on top of things through social media with TNA President Dixie Carter. So excited to be here in Tampa tonight. So much big news.
You can't even, you have to keep your eyes on Suicide at all times.
Got an Indian deathlock on, then hooks an abdominal stretch on Petey Williams. Look at Petey, though.
Right here.
Highly athletic. Hey! Man, poor Joey got the brunt of that.
Unbelievable action, and of course, you know, it's only punctuated by the king of the X Division sitting ringside. That's why these guys are putting on their best. They want to impress me.
Well, absolutely.
Could be destroyer time right here.
Ooh. Nice counter there, though, by Suicide. Comes up with a spinning back kick. Suicide, Mike, a former X Division champ in his own right.
He is. We have not seen Suicide in Impact Wrestling since April 2011, 2 years ago. And you talk about Suicide being an X Division champion. He won the X Division title in an Ultimate X match, Final Resolution 2009. So if he's successful and joins Kenny and Sabin in the three-way title match at Slammiversary, he's got that experience edge.
Petey with the Suicide dive to the outside, and Kenny, as we watch the action, here comes Suicide diving yet again. Obviously, on the surface, you don't look like you're sweating this three-way format, but how much of a challenge has it been defending your title week in, week out in these triple threat matches?
Listen, ever since I became X Division champion, the TNA matchmakers have said Kenny King's talent has so far exceeded the X Division. Now, we got to have these two guys. Look at this. You know how difficult it is to beat one of these guys? Now, look, Petey Williams can't even capitalize because there's another man at ring all the time.
Well, that's true.
But you know what? It just shows a testament to how amazing Kenny King is because I've been able to beat two dudes week in and week out.
Oh, if you were in the ring right now, this match would be over. I know that, bro.
We'd be home by now.
Oh, we'd be home. And, you know, I'm always out here singing your praises. These other two, you know, these guys don't really, they're not big fans. I don't want to start with trouble, but they don't say
No, that wouldn't be like you, would it?
No, I'm just saying. I'm very respectful towards the X Division champion.
Taz, they just look a little slow to me, man.
Kind of golden showers here for you, Taz, and Love Fest.
What? Hey, this illegal move.
Joey Ryan, though, comes to the aid there. does not allow for Petey Williams to hit that Canadian destroyer. You talked about having to really get one guy out of there and capitalize on the other. How do you do that in the midst of the Ultimate X match at Slammiversary?
Well, it's dangerous to try to up strategy and think that you're going to perform a certain way in Ultimate X, because there are no rules. There's no real strategy to try to take apart two men and then not even have to pin a guy or make him submit. You got to climb the structure. You've got, oh my goodness.
Oh, right in the yam bag region. That had to hurt. Oh. Here we go.
Into the cover now goes Suicide. He gets him.
Good. Don't look over here, pal.
Winner, Suicide.
What a return for the Dark Savior Suicide. He now moves into the title match, Ultimate X at Slammiversary.
That's right. It'll be Chris Sabin. That man, Suicide. And the reigning champ, Kenny King, trying to hold it all together.
Well, congratulations, Suicide, because come Slammiversary in Boston, I'll make you eat those footy pajamas.
Well, no ring lost on Suicide. Even if he had it, you couldn't see it. His body's covered up. I'll talk myself.
That was good.
Thanks, bro.